welcome in Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures. I got my brother here tonight. Actually, he's the one who provided me all the records for tonight's show. I'm actually coming over from the Ephemera area where I usually sell to cross the tracks over here into the Vinyl Records area. So appreciate everybody coming in. I do see Stock Diva. I recognize them from my Ephemera shows. So thanks for coming over here and following me into the vinyl area. Thanks for the share too, DJ Skins. Hey, Nick Moore 35261, wander through life with me. Appreciate y'all coming in. So what we got, we have a ton of 70s, well, probably skews more 80s, but we do have some 70s records too. So we got LPs. We have a ton of 45s, and they're all picture sleeves. And then we have probably 200 or 300 pieces of sheet music from the 80s.
All singles.
So, yeah, they're all like single sheet music, not songbooks. So I figure we'll start out selling LPs, and then if anybody has any interest at all in the sheet music or the 45s, just put it in the chat and we'll get to those. We'll probably run some at some point anyway, just to see, but for now, we'll go ahead and get started with the first record. Everything's going to start at $6. If it's a double album, we may start it a little higher. We'll just kind of see how things are going, but for the most part, everything's going to be a $6 start. So, hey, Noodle Nurse, Miss Shred, thanks for coming in. So we're just going to pull them straight off the top here. So first one we have here is Vixen. So heavy metal girl group from the 80s. Remember them well? Okay, I will. Yeah, we'll wait on the prints. We have a bunch of prints. So so we'll take a look. I'll try my best to call out any of like scratches or scuffs or anything on the records. I mean, I'll just let y'all know up front. I mean, I'm not a record guy, so I'm not a grader or anything, but I sold a bunch of records a couple weeks ago and everybody got them, seemed to be happy. So I'll do my best to describe, the condition. Just looking at this one though, I don't see really anything on that side. I mean, there's some dust and I think that's a couple little tiny hairs on this one, but no scratches either. And just see what the sleeve says real quick, then we'll go ahead and get it started. So yeah, inner picture sleeve here. Same on the other side. So we'll go ahead and let me go ahead and get these pins so we can start on pin. All right, start auction, $6. We do not need to go for 30 seconds. We'll go 15. Goodness my. All right, start auction. That is running. So Vixen, heavy metal girls. See if there's any interest there. A lot of hairspray there. Thank you, Vintage Rock. Yeah, how many cans of hairspray do you think it took to hold that up? So
big hair.
All right, thank you, Vintage Rock. Go ahead and make me a Vintage Rock, and we'll start a stack over here. All right, next up, we're going to kick it back to the 70s. And we have a Steve Miller Band Greatest Hits, 1974 to 1978. Tons of good songs on here, obviously. Just show you the track listing real quick. And the cover looks to be in really good shape. I think that's just a hair. There is some dust on this one. I don't see any scratches on that side, nor that side. So there's the vinyl. So we'll go ahead and start this one. Yeah, we'll just pull them as we come up to them. DJ Skins. We'll try not to run all the princes, but if one comes up, we'll go ahead and run it. All right, this one's running. Steve Miller Band Greatest Hits, 1974 to 78. Swingtown, Jungle Love, Take the Money and Run, Rockin' Me, Serenade, the Fine Line, True Fine Line, The Stake, Wild Mountain Honey. All right, we'll set that one aside. All right, we have another Greatest Hits album. We have Queen Greatest Hits here. And once again, some great tracks on there. Freddie Mercury, he was the man as far as voices go. Here's your inner sleeve. It does look like it. No, it doesn't have lyrics. It's just got like dates and such on there. And then let's take a look at the vinyl. Okay. Yeah, we'll try our best to show. I'll kind of keep it here while I look at this side. This one does look like it has maybe a surface scratch. It's so hard to show these. I don't know if there's a... I don't see anything deep, but there is like a surface scratch on that side. And then this side actually looks pretty good. Maybe a small surface scratch there. But overall, yeah, these were a find my brother made. Thrift shop or somewhere like that, I think. So, but no, not our personal collection. So I wished I had all my albums that I had in the 80s. I graduated high school in 85, so all this vinyl here is like from my heyday, and would love to have all the albums that I had back then. So, all right, we'll go ahead and start this one, and it is running. Queen Greatest Hits. Hey Tampa Bay Jose, EMC Kevitt, Tim Joe, anybody else I've missed? All right, no interest on the Queen. And maybe we'll come back to some of the ones that didn't run. All right, another hair metal here. Cinderella, although I think they were a little different than most of the other hair metal bands. I loved, was it Tom Heffer, I think was his name? I loved his voice. Had that real raspy voice. But this is Long Cold Winter. It does have the lyrics on the sleeve picture there. Lyrics on that side. Let's take a look at the vinyl itself. Maybe a couple of fingerprints on this one. Some dust. I don't see any scratches. And then on this side, this one does have, I think you would call it a surface scratch. Let's see if we can show it. I don't know if there's a, you can see a smudge right there. Let's see where it is again. Well, you'll have to trust me. It's hard to show on the screen, but so Cinderella, we'll go ahead and get that one started. Let me get it back in the sleeve here. And let's go ahead and start this one. 15 seconds, $6. And yeah, that looks like the Motley Crue one's probably coming up next. So thank you, Vinyl 507. Any other Cinderella fans in here? This one's got Gypsy Road and Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. I love Don't You Know What You Got Till It's Gone. So, all right, Vintage Rock, we'll stick that with your Vixen LP over there. And now we got some Motley Crue action, Theater of Pain. And, oh, by the way, Vintage Rock, you unlock bronze, so make sure you go up to the crown up at the top and click on that. I don't think we have any Elvis, do we?
No. We had a whole.
Yeah, we have had. Yeah, we took that one to an auction, but no, we don't have any Elvis tonight. No Beatles either. It's pretty much all 70s and 80s. I don't think there's anything that's not 70s or 80s. So here's Motley Crue, Theater of Pain. Yeah, and just a quick plug, if you're in the Knoxville area ever, make sure you go to Clinton, Tennessee. I have a booth at Granny's Attic, and I probably have 1,000 vinyl records there. So that's normally where I put most of my vinyl. So, oh yeah, is that? I don't know what they wrote on there, but you're right. So it does have the covers marked up there, unfortunately. Here's the back. The back's in good shape. I'm glad you noticed that. I wasn't even paying attention. Let's look at the sleeve inside. Yeah, it has all the lyrics. Got the picture on that side. lyrics on that side. And let's check the vinyl out. This one's definitely got some scuffs. I can't tell. There's a couple other marks that I can't tell if they could be cleaned off. I mean, they're not terrible. I don't know if that affect playability. And they're actually in the run out too. See if you can see them. Yeah, there's like, see that mark there in the run out. Yeah, this one's got a few more fingerprints than the other one and maybe a few surface scratches, but I don't think it would be anything that would like cause it to skip or anything. So anyway, we'll start this one. Let me go ahead and just run next. All right, so that one's running. Yeah, and in fact, any of these that don't sell tonight will just go out to my booth in Clinton. So thank you, Vinyl 507. All right. What do we got next? All right, we're going to go ahead and do Footloose. So we have the soundtrack album here. We're going to throw in, we happen to have the sheet music that went with the song Footloose. It's not like for the whole album, it's just for the single, the Kenny Loggins single. But you'll get the album and the Footloose sheet music that goes with it. So, this one is in like a piece of, it's like in a record cover. I'm not going to try to take it out. Well, yeah, it's in there pretty tight, so I'm not going to mess with it. But you can see it doesn't quite come to the edge. So you got Footloose. I think everybody's familiar with what songs are on there. That was a great movie. I think I saw it a ton of times in the theater. Here's the sleeve. And let's take a look at the vinyl. Yeah, and I apologize if I'm not the best at showing these. This is definitely not my normal. I'm usually showing postcards and photos. No, we do not have any Rick James. We do have one rap album that's like a compilation that was pretty cool, but we don't have any like funk like that. Well, I don't know that we have any like funk type stuff, dude. Was there anything like that? I don't think so. The Footloose one here. There are a few scuffs on this side and maybe some surface scratches. And then here's probably the same. I don't know. Yeah, a few surface scratches on the other side as well. So we'll go ahead and run this one. Run next. Well, if I can get the button to work. There we go. So the Footloose soundtrack plus the sheet music. Hey, Master Red Meow, Dom Card Gonzalez, anybody else that I've missed, appreciate you coming in. All right, so here's the first Prince album we have. It's 1999. We actually have the other 1999 that's just got him on the cover as well. I think that was a Europe issue, but this is probably the U.S. issue here. It's the double album. Cover looks to be in pretty good shape. There is a crease. See if you can see it. There's a crease right here. And then let's see what the vinyl looks like. There's the sleeves. They're both in there. All right. There is a couple of fingerprints and maybe a surface scratch on side 2. And then on side 1, yeah, a few scuffs and maybe some dust buildup. And then let me look at the second one here. All right, side 4 looks pretty good. I just see some dust. And side 3 as well. Definitely looks like side 1 and 2 are played more, but I think that's where your Yeah, side 1 was 1999 Little Red Corvette Delirious. Where side 3 and 4 were Automate, Something in the Water Does Not Compute, Free, Lady Cab Driver, All the Critics Love You. So definitely not as many hits on your sides 3 and 4. So, want me to start at 6 or want me to start at 8?
Start at 6.
We're just going to start at 6, even though it's a double album. So, we're going to start auction, 15 seconds, $6 for Prince in 1999. Overall, in pretty decent shape, I think. Looks like no interest in 1999. All right, now we got Stryper. Who remembers Stryper? A Christian hard rock band. This one is a BMG Club issue of it. Let's see what we got here. Looks like it does have the insert still. It's the lyric sheet and then has the dollar bill. Maybe a few smudges on side 2. A few little surface scratches. I mean, all these records definitely look like they were played, but I have not seen any like just significant damage, if that makes sense. So you got the Stryper album with the insert. We'll go in. This one here. That good? Miss Shred. All right, we're going to go ahead and start this one. And it is running. Thank you, El Pixa, for the bid. Vinyl, Vintage Rock. Appreciate all the bids, everyone. Yeah, wasn't Michael Sweet, the lead singer. Robert Sweet, Oz Fox, and Timothy Gaines. Yeah, I remember they did a tour with Motley Crue, and it was like the Heaven and Hell tour. I didn't see it, but
I had that on CD.
You got it on CD?
Yeah.
So what was the first record everybody bought out there? The first record I ever bought was a K-Tel. Let's see, Vintage Rock. We'll stick that with the other ones. Was a K-Tel Star Power, and I remember it had Christine 16 by Kiss, Help Us on the Way, Little River Band, Undercover Angel, Alan O'Day.
There we go. A little.
All right.
Little pop act.
Well, here we go. A little pop, little Bobby Brown and Belle Biv DeVoe, and who was Ralph Tresvant, I think, was the other one in New Edition. So you got New Edition. This one has Count Me Out, A Little Bit of Love, It's All It Takes, Sweet Thing, With You All the Way, Let's Be Friends, Kickback, Tonight's Your Night, Whispers in Bed, Who Do You Trust, School, and All for Love. So this one it was punched out down here. Here's the sleeve. That side, and the other side's got the pictures. What would you call that? It's not really a scratch. It's like a scuff. It's like a vertical line. So I don't know if anybody knows anything about records, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. There's like a vertical line that's like, it's just almost like a disc cord that runs all the way from where my fingers are. It runs all the way across the record. It doesn't look like anything that would affect the playing of it, but anyway, just wanted to point that out. And then this side has some, here, let me show you see if I can get, if you can see right there, there's some little scratches. So, all right, New Edition. I remember Mr. Telephone Man and what was the other one? Cool It Now.
Ooh.
That's the one Bobby rapped in. That was before Bobby Brown got on drugs and got Whitney Houston hooked on drugs. All right, we're going to run next. And New Edition is running. They were all so young. All right, interest there. And if anybody wants to see the 45s, let us know. They're all picture sleeves. What is this one? Oh, Prince. We got another Prince, Sign of the Times. I think this one is. Here's the back. This one's got Sign of the Times, Play in the Sunshine, Housequake, Starfish and Coffee. You Got the Look, which was Sheena Easton and him, wasn't it? And this one is a double LP. So here's the first one. Okay, this one looks like, what would you say? Something like a smudge.
Smudge.
Yeah, something. I think this could be cleaned off. If you can see that there, it's almost like something got maybe spilled on it, but it's, I don't know. So this is sides 1 and 2 here. So there's definitely a few smudges and a few surface scratches there. And then let's look at the other one. If I can get the sleeve open on this one. Yeah, it is a great selection of records, though. A lot of variety from the 80s. Once again, like 3 and 4 look a lot better. But this one does have, let's see, the cross. It's going to be, yeah, this one's got You Got the Look on side 3. But, yeah, this one, well, there is one surf. No, never mind. That's a little hair. So that one's in really good shape. All right, Sign of the Times double album. You want me to start at 6 again, Dave?
Yeah, 6.
Okay. All right, that's running. Sign of the Times, Prince. Hey, Matthew Sig, Mikey Mike. Not to be confused with Marky Mark. To Tenzin, Hail 72 Hail. Get you a sticker here. Hey, the Vinyl Addict. Anybody else we missed, appreciate you coming in. I'm Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures, along with my brother David. We're running vinyl tonight, obviously. A little bit outside my normal stuff I run. You can normally find me over in the ephemera category. In fact, make sure you bookmark my show for Friday, 1 p.m. I have a lot of cool stuff, including a really cool 1950s military photo album. So if you're into that sort of stuff, make sure you come check me out 1 p.m. Eastern on Friday. This is Whitesnake. Slide It In, I think it's the album. Yep, Slide It In. Here's the track listing here. Geffen Records. Let's go ahead and check out the inner sleeve. So you got lyrics on both sides, it looks like. And if we look at the vinyl. Yeah, this one's got a lot of fingerprints on it. And actually, yeah, there's like, let's see if we can show this. See if I can get it in the right light. There's like a little grouping of scratches right here. I don't know. I can't say for sure on that one whether it'll affect playability. And the scratches go like this way, not this way on the album. So just point that out. Side 1 looks pretty good. So side 2 had a few scratches and fingerprints and such. We'll go ahead and Whitesnake, Slide It In. That's running. Hey, Crinkle Cut, Mac Mahoney, anybody else I missed, thanks for coming in. Got Stuart and David here in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's been rainy here today, thank goodness, because it has been brutally hot. El Pixa. Thank you, El Pixa. Oh, and all this should ship out tomorrow. You know, what do they say here in Tennessee? Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. As long as that doesn't happen, I should get it all to the post office tomorrow. So, all right, we got some Madonna. This looks like her first album. I can remember seeing her for the very first time on MTV with I think it was the Lucky Star video, which you have Lucky Star and Borderline on this album. Burning Up was a single. Holiday, maybe Holiday was the first single. Can't remember if it was Lucky Star or Holiday. If anybody, well, thank you. All right, let's check out. So, do you remember when every single girl in America would dress like Madonna? And then lyrics on that side. Let's see, I think this is all just dust.
Here.
Yeah, and I don't know if these were in a house that had a dog or something. You know, they weren't ours originally, but some of them do have like hair, but it comes right off. All right, so this one looks pretty clean on both sides. That might be, actually it has a surface scratch kind of right in this area, but doesn't look deep or anything. And that's a little hair. So anyway, Madonna, her debut album. So we'll go in and run this one. Thank you, El Pixa. Yeah, this album would have come out, I think it was 82, so that would have been either my freshman or sophomore year in high school, so in the prime of my life. All right, El Pixa, that will go with your other one over here.
This one actually had the receipt in it.
Oh, this one comes with the original receipt, so they paid... how much? Oh, they bought more than one thing. So it was either $6
1988.
Yeah, so a 1988 receipt, and it looks like they may have bought 3 records: $6.58, and then $7.40 and $7.40. So we'll throw in the original receipt there. And this is Wham! Music from the Edge of Heaven. So this has a hot side and a cool side. So this may have been their first album because it has Wham Rap 86. I do remember Wham Rap. And then I remember I'm Your Man. Now this wouldn't have been, they had a Wham Rap, I think their first. This would have been after Make It Big because that was like 82. So this is a later album, 86 it looks like. Here's the sleeve.
It's got a little insert as well.
Oh, so and then it's got the other insert with it as well. And the vinyl on this one, the cool side looks good. It's got a few thumbprints or fingerprints. And then the hot side, too hot in the hot tub.
Looks good.
I see one like surface scratch and a few fingerprints. So I think the big hit on this one is I'm Your Man, because I do remember that song. Put this back in. Well, here, you get it back in, and I'll start. Okay, we're gonna run next, and this is Wham! Last studio album. Okay, thank you, Beth MD. So that's the other thing I love about Whatnot is I learn so much in these shows, especially like over in the ephemera area. I've learned so much about paper. What a bargain! So they paid $6 or $7 for it, and you got it for $6. So good deal. Beth 0801 or Beth MD. Just put it. That'll be good. Let's see. We'll start another stack back here. All right, we'll try another Prince. And this one is Controversy. Here's the back. And this one's in a cellophane inner sleeve, so I'm not going to take it out. Let's see if I can get the album out without the cellophane coming out. So side one looks really good. Maybe a few fingerprints is all I see. And then side two, same thing. I don't see really any, well, maybe, yeah, there's a couple of small surface scratches on side two that I see. So you got Prince Controversy. This one had Controversy, Sexuality, Do Me Baby, Private Joy, Ronnie Talk to Russia, Let's Work, Annie Christian, and then I won't say the name of the last song. So I can remember having the album 1999. I had to like listen to it really quiet in my room because I didn't want my parents to hear it. So, all right, we got Prince Controversy, and that is off and running. Where are my Prince fans tonight? Oh, El Pixa comes in at the. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right, El Pixa. It's always hard with no spaces, no punctuation or anything, but hopefully that's correct. All right, El Pixa. Let's see. Here's the third album there.
Let's see if there's any 45 fans, Jackson.
Yeah, we'll do these 3 45s together. So you have Dirty Diana. Just show you the back. Since we have 3 of them, we have Bad. There's the back. And I'll look at the. And then here's the Jackson State of Shock. Look real quick at the. Yeah, that one looks very clean. Yeah, so far those two both don't see any scratches or anything. All right, let me switch over to the 45 here real quick. Pin that. All right, all 3 of the Michael Jackson 45s, $3 start. And it is off and running. I'm back. All right, looks like no interest. We'll switch back to albums, but what do we got? Okay, we had one Wham. We'll go ahead and do another Wham. Let me pin the albums again. So this time we have Make It Big. I think I had this on cassette, if I remember correctly. It does say also on cassette. So, of course, this one had Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, Everything She Wants, Heartbeat, Freedom, Careless Whisper. This one is in a cellophane wrapper, and it looks like there might be an insert in here as well. I don't know why it's in cellophane, because this is a record sleeve. I'm going to take it out of the other one. Look how young they looked. And George Michael with his dark hair there. And let's check out the record. And side 1 looks really good. Side 2 looks really good as well. Yeah, well, maybe just a couple little surface scratches, but I didn't see them at first glance. So go ahead and run this one. $6, 15 seconds for the Make It Big. All right, no interest in that one.
There's a little funk.
Who remembers Midnight Star, Freakazoid, and No Parking on the Dance Floor? Freakazoid robots, please report to the dance floor. What was it? We Are Midnight Star. We're gonna. Yeah, it's just got a plain white inner sleeve. Let's see. So side 1 has Electricity, Knight Rider, Feel So Good, Wet My Whistle. This one looks like maybe a few surface scratches on that side. And then side 2 over here, yeah, a few surface scratches, maybe a few fingerprints. But that's the one that's got No Parking on the Dance Floor, Freakazoid, Slow, and Playmates. So we got a little Midnight Star action. Um, you've missed a couple of Prince albums, Zinc Uno, and yeah, and I mean, there's been a few that haven't sold. We'll probably run back through, some at the end that didn't sell since we'll have some new people. But we're just going through these in no particular order. Basically, this Dave pulls them out of the box. So here we go, Midnight Star, and we are off and running. See if anybody wants to do the Freakazoid here. We had 1999 was one that didn't sell in the first stack, and Controversy, 2 Prince albums. I think we had a Steve Miller Band Greatest Hits that didn't sell. All right, we got Poison now. Look what the cat dragged in. So Talk Dirty to Me. I guess that was the main hit on here. This one's another BMG or RCA music service, actually. Lots of Hairspray represented right there. Probably more than Vixen even had on. This one's also in a cello sleeve. All right, side 1 looks really good. Don't see any scratches. Side 2 also looks really good. This has been one of the better looking ones we've seen. Just maybe a few fingerprints in the run out. Let you get it in there. All right, we're going to go ahead and start Poison. And it's always hard to get them back in those plastic sleeves. All right, this one is Running. Yeah, I don't know why they felt like they needed to use those kind of sleeves. Here, I'll show the cover while you get it in there. All right, let's see if we can get it back in there. Thanks for the bids, everyone. You know what? I'm just going to leave that out for now. Get it back in when we're not crunched for time. So, and most likely be the last time. Yeah, I used to have like spare paper sleeves because I used to buy a lot of record collections to take to the booth. Think Steph Babin 12. But I think I'm out of them now. So do you think this was the original sleeve here? I don't know why they would decide to ship them in that, but anyway.
Here's a 1978 Prince.
All right, so this is 1978 Prince. Prince For You. See if I've even. So it's got For You, In Love, Soft and Wet, Crazy You, Just As Long As We're Together. And that's side 1. Then the other side is what it's called. It's not even side 2. It's just the other side. That's got Baby, My Love Is Forever, So Blue, and I'm Yours. And just like all his albums, I'm sure he played pretty much all the instruments on here. All right, another. I'm going to go ahead and just see if I can get this back. There we go. All right, side 1. I don't know if you'll be able to see these, but there's some little surface scratches there. Side 2 looks really good. I don't see, or the other side, not side 2. So anyway, Prince. See, that one went back in there easy. Prince For You, 1978. Does anybody know if this is his first album? I know he had the one that had I Want to Be Your Lover on it, and I think we may have that one too, but this may have been before that. All right, Run Next. That's Running. Thank you, El Pixa, Steph Babin. Thanks for the bids, everyone. As I mentioned earlier, this will all ship out tomorrow, so you should have them early next week at the latest, depending on where you're coming from. If anybody happens to be in the Knoxville area, you can also go into your wallet and select local pickup. Thank you for the bids, everyone, and I can meet you somewhere if you happen to be around here. All right, we have Heart, Dreamboat Annie. This is a re-release, it looks like, as you can see up there. So not the original, 1976 one probably. This was probably released later. But it's got Magic Man, Dreamboat Annie, Crazy on You, Dreamboat Annie, Dreamboat Annie, Fantasy Child, and Dreamboat Annie, White Lightning and Wine. So lots of good songs on this one as well. We're into a run of cellophane sleeves for some reason. This one does have like a little, it's like a scuff, a surface scuff. I don't know if it affects playability. I doubt it. And then this side's got a few scuffs and a few surface scratches. I don't know if anybody can even see them when I show them, but anyway, you got Dreamboat Annie. We'll go ahead and start this one. Seeing double of what, Zinkuno? Of Nancy and gone blank on Anne. Golly. Run next. There we go. Yeah, Heart's awesome, especially their early stuff. Like every band who made it from the 70s and the 80s, their sound kind of changed. All right, Steph Babin. I'll put that with your Poison record there. All right, here we go. This one's got I Want to Be Your Lover. So we have another Prince. Yeah, so this one's 1979. So this must be his second album. I Want to Be Your Lover was his big hit on that one. I guess that was kind of his breakthrough hit. There he is riding a unicorn on the back. Okay, this one does on this side on track 1. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. There is a scratch, and it kind of runs. Let's see if I can. It kind of runs like this, if that makes sense. But it's not a real deep scratch, but I can definitely see it. So you got that on side 1. Side 2's got a few little scuffs and fingerprints. Let's see if I can show. Well, they don't really show up on the screen, but anyway, there are a few imperfections on that one. The cover's in pretty good shape, and then I'll show you the sleeve real quick. Here's that side of the sleeve, and then lyrics on this side. All right, run next. And we're off and running. I love him on the unicorn there. I'm sure he's naked too, because I think that's how he stayed most of the time. Thank you, Steph Babin. All right. Oops. What we got next?
David Bowie.
All right, we have Let's Dance, David Bowie. Another really good album. China Girl, Let's Dance, I know we're on there. This one's another RCA manufactured copy. There's the back. There is a crease up here, if you can see that. And it looks like the sleeves definitely split a little bit here on the side. The record itself, side 2 looks really clean. Side 1 looks really clean. I don't see any scratches on this one at all. So, looks to be in good shape. Well, all right, so Let's Dance, David Bowie, and that is running. Let's see, Modern Love's on here, China Girl, Let's Dance, Cat People were the, I guess, the hits off the song. I think Cat People was from that movie, Cat People. That was a weird movie if you ever saw it. To Mango Trees Studio. All right, which we got next?
How about Thompson Twin?
There we have the Thompson Twins. This one has King for a Day. It's the one. Future Day. Lay Your Hands on Me is the other one on here. So it does not have Lies, 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 Lies. So
Does that one predate Lies, Lies, Lies? Or?
This is probably their second one, maybe. I think wasn't Lies their first? Another cellophane sleeve. This one is blue. This one's definitely the original because it says Arista on the sleeve. All right, let's see if we can get the record out. Let's see, side 1, maybe a few scuffs or a few fingerprints. And then maybe one surface scratch I see. Side 2 looks really clean. So there's the vinyl there. And this one is off and running. No Elvis tonight, Diego. Everything is, well, I know Elvis was in the 70s too, but we do not have any Elvis. We'll look and see on the hairband stuff. We might. But I'm not. I know we had another one. Is anybody interested in Led Zeppelin? We do have Led Zeppelin 4. If anybody wants that one. Here, let me just pull. You want me to pull one of these over here while you're looking? Or is that higher? You want to try that one, or you want to just give me one? Well, here's the closest we found to a hairband. We have a White Snake, and this one's Still of the Nights on this one, and Here I Go Again. So everybody remember Tawny Kitaen on the hood of White Snake's car, who Bowling for Soup later wrote a song about. All right, side 1. There's some smudges. I don't know if they're just fingerprints. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there you can kind of see it in the light right down there. It can probably be cleaned off. Yeah, both sides have some like somebody touched it with greasy fingers or something. I don't know. And then this side does have a scratch. I don't know if you can see it or not. So a few imperfections with this one. I don't think there's anything too bad. And then here's the sleeve. Got the lyrics on that side, and then the White Snake logo on that one. No, we do not have any Miles Davis or Pharoah Sanders. I have had Miles Davis before at my booth, but we do not have any tonight. All right, we're going to start this one. All right, White Snake is running. Thank you, Steph Babin. All right, that one is coming your way.
There's that other.
Okay, so this is the other 1999. This is the one that was in Europe. Now this cover does have, if you can look around the edges, like it's got some creases along both the top and bottom edges. So the back looks pretty much the same as the US 1999, but this is only a single album, and it's only got 1999, Little Red Corvette, Delirious Free, Let's Pretend We're Married, Something in the Water, and Lady Cab Driver. So it's just in a plain white sleeve inside. And then, so we have side one here. Yeah, there is a, let's see if you can see this scratch. It definitely has a scratch right. It's right where my finger. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it there. So there is that scratch on side one, side two. Side two's got a few little smudges, but I don't see any scratches. So we ran a poison earlier, C. Patterson. I think we only had.
We got.
Oh, we do have 3 poison 45 RPMs. If you want us to run those, we'll run these next just to see if there's any interest. But it's so this is 1999, but the European. No, thank you. Okay. So this is the 1999 European version. So this one is off and running. Yeah, completely different. Okay, we'll run them. Yeah, we'll just sprinkle a few 45s in here and there. But we'll focus mainly on the albums. And just for anybody who's just coming in, we do have sheet music too. It's all 80s sheet music. They're all singles. It's not like songbooks of the artist. It's all singles. Actually, David, my brother, who got all this stuff, he's been running some of it on the other platform and done pretty well with it. So any we don't sell, no big deal. We'll just move it somewhere else. But
sheet music has a pretty big market.
Thanks for the bids, everyone, on this. And it looks like Zinc Uno is going to get this one. What you do with your pen?
Right here. Zinc.
Zinc Uno. Thanks for the bids, everyone. Yeah, while we're getting these poison ones here,
there's
for anybody,
a lot more prints to go.
For anybody who wasn't in here earlier, my name's Stuart. This is my brother David. I'm Franklin Hill Ventures here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So yeah, if you're ever in the Knoxville area, stop by my antique booth. I have one at West End Antiques, one at Bearden Antique Mall, and one in Clinton at Granny's Attic. So, all right, we'll switch over and do these 3 45s. Then we'll go right back to albums. All right, so this is going to be 3 Poison 45 RPMs. Nothing but a good time. This sleeve's got, I mean, it's splitting at the bottom there. Then this one's Fallen Angel. There's the back of that one. And then here we have Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Every rose has a thorn, not its thorn. And let me just check the condition real quick, and then we'll run them. That one looks good. That one has a little scuff, but I don't see any scratches. And then Nothing But a Good Time. Yeah, I think all those are pretty scratch free. So, well, I'm glad you stumbled in here to play. In the words of Susie Quattro, stumbling in. Let's see. So let me go ahead and start this one. We'll do $3 for all 3 of them, and it's off and running. So you got your 3 Poison 45 RPMs. Yes, you probably did hear to play. I have the Franklin Hill Farms jams and jellies, pickles, salsas. I don't have anything in the store tonight. Sometime I put them on Whatnot in the Buy It Now, but I did not for this show. Yep, and the pickled green beans, and I agree, they are good. My challenge is to not eat all my profits. In fact, I just ate a jar of the spicy dilly beans the other day. And when I say I ate a jar, I mean I literally ate a jar. So, Steph Babin. All right, let me pin the albums back again.
I can put together another hairband.
45.
45s.
Okay. Yeah, give me a stack of albums if you want to be working on that. You want me to just pull off here?
Okay, you just pull off here. We'll do back to back.
All right, we got another Prince here. And let me know if anybody wants me to rerun 1999. We have the double album as well, and we ran it earlier, but it didn't sell. But that was early on in the show. So, yep, it's really in 70s and 80s. We don't have any 90s, I don't think. It's mostly been 80s with some 70s thrown in. So this one's going to be Prince. Alphabet Street, I think, is this album. I know that song's on here. And once again, he's naked on the cover, which seems to be a theme with him. Okay, we'll run the I'll grab it here in a second.
Would you?
I'll get it because I can get it easier. All right, so here's actually this is Love Sexy was the name of this album, not Alphabet Street. Alphabet Street was on there. This one on side 2 here definitely has some scuffs, and some, like a lot of little surface scratches, but like nothing that looks very deep. I'll try to. And then side 1, yeah, kind of the same. This one's probably got like a total more scratches than most of the ones we've looked at, but I don't think it would be anything that would affect playability, at least too bad. So we'll just run it and see what happens. Okay, I'm trying my best to describe the condition on these since I don't, do like my album selling mainly goes through my booths, and I just buy them and put them out there. I don't even look at them. Yeah, we had some Madonna, and we have some other pop, and we had a new edition, but did that one sell? No, the new edition. Yeah, we have a new edition. We have a few
Prince,
R&B.
lots of Madonna.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and run this one, and it is running. Thank you, Steph Babin. 2 Mango Tree Studio. Let's see. We have Steph Babin in. Thank you for the bids, everyone. Yeah, we'll pull some of the ones we ran. So, all right, that one went to Steph Babin. What were all these? Just groupings?
Yeah, I've got groupings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this one here is Sir Mix-a-Lot. So we got, I guess, the first rap album we ran, really.
Yeah,
Although Bobby Brown does rap a little bit on New Edition.
Yeah.
But so this is Swass Sir Mix-a-Lot. Is this one with Baby Got Back?
No, it didn't have
Okay,
Baby Got
so
Back.
this
That's the
this
first
one has buttermilk biscuits.
Square dance rap.
Yeah. Y'all like
Everybody talk about.
Y'all like my brother's rapping skills over here? Let's see. I'll just show you the track list. So it does not have Baby Got Back. Baby Got Back. Yeah, I think if you were to look this one up, it has some value. And I don't know if this is the right sleeve or not.
Yeah, it could be, but
it's not a Baby Back, or it's not a Sir Mix-a-Lot sleeve. Also, no, probably this sleeve was cut out, but the album's not cut out. So it looks like somebody just put this in a different sleeve, because the album itself does not have does not have the cutout.
Yeah.
And then condition-wise on this one,
it's just smudge.
Yeah, this one's got a lot of fingerprints on this side, but I don't. Maybe a few little surface scratches. I think it would clean off. This side's, see it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's got a little.
Yeah, this one's got, side 1 does have a little scratch. So, I would definitely say this one's not the best condition we looked at. It's not in just like terrible, terrible condition. You can see some hairs on there too. But definitely some scuffs and surface scratches. But you're getting square dance wraps, so. Or buttermilk biscuits.
Yeah, free 2 days.
Wish we had
Aussies on Broadway.
Wish we had some Gap Band. No, we don't have any reggae, I don't think.
No.
The closest we'd have to reggae, I think we have Led Zeppelin 4, which I think, does that one have, that may not have the reggae Led Zeppelin on it, but all right, run next, and here we go. Sir Mix-a-Lot. says Swass is bigger than big, badder than bad, smoother than smooth, and definitely deafer than deaf. It's the ultimate in b-boyism. The music is even different. The Swass sound is hard, complex, and extremely bold, never conservative, but sometimes very romantic. So, all right, L picks. Let's see. I think you were over here.
You want to do the?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll go ahead and try Led Zeppelin here. So,
We could have done
so another 70s. We've scattered a few 70s in here. Here's the Gatefold. This one's Gatefold album. See if I can show it all. This one does have Stairway to Heaven on it. So it is in the original sleeve. The sleeve is split at the bottom a little bit. Turn back sideways. Let's see. Side 1 I'm looking at here. Maybe a few fingerprints and a few little scuffs. I don't really see any scratches to speak of. And then side 2. Same thing. A few little maybe surface scratches and scuffs, but some fingerprints. Whoever had these albums, I don't know. They must have liked to touch the records. All right, so we got Led Zeppelin 4.
Running at 6.
And we are off and running. This one does have Stairway to Heaven on it. Forgot to even look what the track listing was, but I think everybody knows mainly what's on Led Zeppelin albums. Looks like, ooh, I thought Steph Bowden was going to take it, but Miss Shred jumps in at the last second. Thanks for the vids, everyone. All right, Steph Bowden.
There it is.
What do we got?
Go back to another Naked Prince.
Yeah. Actually, we got another half naked Prince on this one. So, is this one Dirty Mind? Yeah, this one's Dirty Mind. What year was this one? 1980. So this was the one right after I Want to Be Your Lover. I do remember the song Dirty Mind. Let's see. Do It All Night. Party Up. So, yeah, I don't know if that'll. So you'll probably be able to see this. I don't think it's a scratch. I think like with cleaner, you could probably get it off, but we're not going to try to get it off during the show. So, but you can see there, it looks like thumbprints. Like maybe they were eating pizza or something. Who knows? Oh, Steph Bowden, you unlocked gold. Congratulations on that. Make sure you go up to the little crown at the top and get your discount. I think by the time you get to gold, it may be like 15 or 20% off, any one purchase. So, all right, Dirty Mind is running. He at least has underwear on in this one. So he's got like leggings on here, stockings or something. Hey, Knoxville Amy, my wife's on here. Thanks for coming by. Today's our dog's birthday, so she took our dog to get a treat. She turned 10 today, so what's that? 70 in human years. Let's see. Here to Play one. Is that their first one? Yep, I think it is.
While we're on Prince, you want to do a 45 lot Prince?
Yeah, we'll try one.
We'll do 5 and just keep
All right. So we got 5 Prince 45s, and we'll just keep it at a $3 start. Now let me pin the 45s. All right, so we have Let's Go Crazy in Erotic City. Erotic City. I remember that song. This one does have like a tear there. It's come apart a little bit. I'll go and look at the condition as we run each one. Maybe a few surface scratches on that one. And then here's Pop Life. Pop. This one also maybe has a few scratches. And then we have the Purple Rain with the purple vinyl. I don't know if this is the original sleeve or not. It's got like, it's actually like cellophane. This like picture is, so it's a little different. As best I can tell, the vinyl's in really good shape. It's hard to tell on the purple vinyl. So, okay, it's not. So, looks like somebody's maybe cut it and put it in this. So, and then you have When Doves Cry with 17 Days. That is split at the bottom, as you can see there. Looks to be in good shape. And then we have I Would Die For You and Another Lonely Christmas. I didn't know Prince had a Christmas song. Now we know he had a Christmas song. This one's got some smudges in the run out. Well, yes, this one does have several scratches on this side. And that's on the I Would Die For You side. And then both sides have smudges. This one looks like another one maybe they were eating pizza or something with. All right. Anyway, all 5 of these for a $3 start. And it is off and running. So you got the purple vinyl, which is not in the original sleeve. And thanks for the information on that Hell 72 Hell. Hey, welcome in, Dean Morgan, Joe B. Dot, anybody else I missed. Thanks for coming in. All right, Steph Babin. We'll put that with your other ones.
So, well, let's do this one.
Hey, will you make another sticky for Steph Babin?
Yep.
Because I'm going to put her 45s up here separate. We switching back to a record?
Yeah.
LP. All right.
All right.
Starting you a new stack, Steph, of just the 45s.
You're into rap. It's got some really cool
Okay,
songs
yeah,
on
this is another one. This is called Electric Breakdance, the hottest breaking music on the street.
And it does not have the bonus poster.
Yeah, it does not have the bonus poster. It said it had a bonus poster of how to break.
So Stu's going to demonstrate live.
Actually, I took it out and kept it for myself. It's hanging in my office. No, not really. But this has Jam on it, Nucleus. Well, Superman looked up at me.
He said you
Clock on the Wall, Double Vision, haven't heard. Magic's Wand, Houdini. I remember Freaks Come Out at Night. You're the One for Me, D-Train, Electric Kingdom, Twilight 22, White Lines, Don't Do It, Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel. Play That Beat, Mr. DJ by Globe and WizKid. Rocket by BT and the City Slickers. And then It's Like That by Run DMC. Remember WWWZ? Yes, when we used to go to the beach as kids in Charleston, South Carolina, the rap radio station was WWWZ. And it was like they played a lot of Run DMC. This was back in the 80s. All right, so there's the album. Side 1 here definitely has some surface scratches and a few smudges. Same with side 2. I mean, neither one are terrible, but they're not perfect either. So, lots of good songs on that compilation. Maybe you can find the poster and teach yourself how to breakdance as well if you get this. So, good luck, everyone. Here we go. Thank you. Here to play. Do we have any breakdancers in the audience? Oh, I'm just going to read this disclaimer here to play before I send this to you. It says, if you have any ankle, knee, back, or other physical problems, you should have a medical checkup before attempting the dances described in these materials. Parental supervision is advised for children who attempt these dances. So you have been warned here to play.
Kids play.
Did we have a stack for here to play?
Yeah. It's the last one we did.
Oh, yeah, it's down here.
All right.
All right, yeah, do not hurt yourself. All right, here we have some pop. Somebody asked kind of pseudo-punk were the Go-Go's before they went real commercial. But we have Vacation. And this one is a Punch-Out. And it's got Vacation is the main song on here. Here's the track list. I remember the video where they were doing the water skiing there. This side looks pretty good. A few little stray hairs on there, as we've seen on a lot of them. Same on this one. So this one looks to be in pretty good shape. Does look like it has the original sleeve inside. I remember having a crush on Belinda Carlisle. I think every high school kid did. All right, here we go. Run next. For the Go-Go's, I don't think we have Beauty and the Beat. I think Vacation was the only one we had. Oh, Pool of 1999. So maybe we'll just run that, and if there were some more Madonnas in there.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to run.
All right, we'll go ahead and do 1999. So we showed this once, but we have Prince 1999. This is the original U.S. release, not the European release. So it's a double album. And if I remember correctly, album 2 was like immaculate. Side 2 and 3 and 4, yeah, just like some hairs and stuff. And then side 1 and 2, if I remember, had a few scuffs and surface scratches. You can definitely tell which one got played more, but nothing major on that
Looks
side.
good.
Yeah, looks pretty good. So we got Prince 1999 double album, $6 start, and it is off. Well, I lied. It is off and running. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I only want you to have some fun. Yeah, I remember Darling Nikki on this. Was that one on this one? No, that must have. That was on Purple Rain, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you could not play that one around your parents. Although I like to think, I don't know. If my kids played around me, I don't know what I'd do. My kids are all grown, so thanks for the bids, everyone. I think I had this one on cassette, and I may have had that. I think I got this as one of my 13 albums for a penny from Columbia. And then I only had to buy like 10 more at the regular price of $24 each. All right, T. Burks, first time buyer. Thank you so much.
Here's Madonna.
All right, we have Madonna Like a Virgin. This is the album. I thought maybe it was a single at first, but it's the whole album. So, and then this one has Material Girl, Like a Virgin, Angel, Dress You Up are the main ones. It was also available on cassette and compact disc. That would have been probably one of the earlier compact discs. Original sleeves in there. The first CD I ever bought was U2, The Joshua Tree. I do remember that. Okay. Side 2 looks really good. There's a few, as we've seen on a lot of them, a few stray hairs on there. Probably a dog hair, it looks like. And then side 1 looks really clean too. So no defects to speak of on that one. All right, so we got Like a Virgin, and that one is off and running. Like a virgin. Woo! Y'all are getting the bonus like Brother Duets in here, so.
As Dad used to say, he'd say, those words sound familiar, but that tune does not ring a bell.
Unfortunately, we got my dad's singing voice. He used to always joke. He was a preacher, and he used to joke that they told him when he sang to make sure he stood way away from the microphone. So,
Barney Fife.
Yeah, like on Andy Griffith with Barney Fife, a little lower. Steph Biden, thank you so much.
Now this is Prince, and it looks like the album's fold out, but it looks like it's a little rough.
Okay, this is the one that has Raspberry Beret. It is a cutout. So this is Around the World in a Day, I think is what this one was called. So when this thing's together, it had like a folding piece here. And there is some wear, like where that thing's been opened and closed. Yeah, you can see some tearing here. But this has Raspberry Beret, Paisley Park, Tambourine. Here was the gatefold. And then the vinyl. It is in a cellophane sleeve. I hate these things. Well, I don't know if I can get it out. It's so crinkled up in there. Tell you what, we're just gonna kind of spin it here. Try not to touch it too much. That side, I do not see anything. There may be a few scuffs. I think overall this one's in pretty good shape, but we're gonna do it like that because it was not wanting to come out of the cellophane. All right, so Around the World in a Day, and it is off and running.
We'll do that. Do
Hair metal.
kind of a.
Welcome into everybody just coming in the show. Appreciate everybody stopping by on this, what is it, Wednesday night? Steph. All right, we got another Madonna here, and this one's You Can Dance. And it's got Holiday. So this was, I guess, maybe, this might be like remix versions because it's got Holiday on there. Yeah, it was remixed by Jelly Bean for Jelly Bean Productions. So these must be dance mixes of her songs. It's got Spotlight, Holiday, Everybody, Physical Attraction, Over and Over, Into the Groove, and Where's the Party. This one was a BMG Record Club edition.
Oh, here's a good hair band.
Now what do we got? Well, we got a Europe. It's the final. All right, let's check out the vinyl on this one. There are some smudges on this side and some surface scratches. And then this side's there's like a scuff. Can you see it right there? Other than that, just some, well, there is a surface scratch kind of right in this area too. So, all right, we're going to run this one, and it is off and running. Thank you, Steph. Any other Tennesseans in here? Or where's everybody from, I guess? Yeah. As mentioned earlier, we're in Knoxville, God's country. So Las Vegas, Arkansas, Florida. Ooh, Steph, unlock platinum. So make sure you definitely go get your coupon for that. My wife's upstairs. She's from upstairs, Missouri. All right, so somebody asked for hairband. We found one more. We have Europe, The Final Countdown. This one's got Carrie and The Final Countdown were the two big songs on there. One of the all-time great arena rock songs was The Final Countdown. Got the original sleeve. Got their pictures there. Lyrics on the other side. Yeah, Final Countdown's right up there with the Alan Parsons Project, Sirius, or that they always did. Michael Jordan got introduced to. I think that's a hair. No, there is a surface scratch right about where my finger is. I don't know if you can see it or not. Nothing major. But yeah, there are a few scuffs and scratches. All right, so we got Europe, the final countdown, and that is off and running. What is it? All's fair in love and auctions. I used to go to the in-person auctions, and there was always one girl there, and I would get in a bidding war with her every week because we always liked the same things. But here to play. Thank you.
All right, wait, you'll do this hairband
right.
45 lot.
We'll digress into another lot of 45 RPMs. Hey, Luke Bastiques, one of my fellow ephemera sellers, came over here to the vinyl area. So, what am I doing? Pinning the 45 RPMs. Somebody had asked about hairbands. We do have just kind of a miscellaneous lot of hairband 45. So we have Bon Jovi, I'll Be There For You. Which should be in good shape. Van Halen, Finish What You Started. This will be the Van Hagar flavor of Van Halen. Performed by Eddie, Alex, Sammy, and Mike. Of course, now Mike and Sammy are big buddies. And we got Dude Looks Like a Lady, Aerosmith. I don't know if you'd really call them a hair band, but they do have a lot of hair.
At that point, they were.
Yeah,
man.
so we threw
we joined the.
We threw them in. So, and then we have another Aerosmith, Ragdoll.
Van Halen's not really a hair band either.
No, this was very loosely. In fact, very loosely a hair band. We'll just say it's 80s rock. Yeah, because here's Foreigner. Say you will. So anyway, you're going to get all 5 of these for a $3 start.
I'll tell you what, if you keep bidding, I'll throw some more in.
All right, yeah. So David said if you're bidding, we'll just keep throwing them in while you're bidding. So every time a bid goes, we'll throw another one in. All right, here we go. Start auction, and it is off and running. All right, give me 2 more.
There's Loverboy.
Loverboy.
We've got Survivor.
Survivor. We're not looking at the condition on
these.
Let's go
Air Supply.
Okay, so about as far away from the other ones as you can get. But
we're going Journey.
There's Journey.
We're going the Cars. Let's see here.
You might think.
Just for fun. You're getting a Thompson twin.
Thompson twins.
Let's see here. How about a Bryan Adams?
Got one more to throw in. Oh, we got another Red Heaven. Who I saw Bryan Adams in concert.
How about Crowded House?
Crowded House. Something so strong. A little Neil Finn there.
Yeah, there's Boston. Amanda. That's a good one.
Amanda.
And then we've got the Police.
The Police, Every Breath You Take. All right, Steph, we grew your 45 collection tremendously there.
They're so.
Thanks for the bids, everyone.
All right, who do we want? Let's see here.
That was fun. You know, T. Burks, you're asking the wrong person. I mean, I am by no means. I'm by no means an audiophile or a vinyl guy. I have a little portable record player somewhere, but I'm not even sure where it is. But I bet there's somebody in here who can tell you what to get. I used to have a USB one that I would rip albums off, but then I thought, why am I doing this? I can get it all on Spotify and not do the work. I didn't get the pops, but you know. All right, here's Foreigner Records. So greatest hits album from Foreigner. And I saw where Foreigner is touring and Lou Graham's joined him on the tour. They make it sound like he's singing a lot, but I heard he only joins for like a couple of songs. He's not in real good health, is my understanding. So there's that. And let's look at the vinyl. Yeah, here's the sleeve. Ooh, vinyl looks good. Just a little bit of dust on that one. Yeah, I don't see any scratches at all on this one. So, Foreigner Records. Make sure I get this back in the right way so you can see the songs. All right. Oh, let me switch back over to LPs real quick.
45 here. few minutes. We got.
All right, LP. All right, so this one's running. Yeah, I think any of the record players will play about any record. You just like if you had like the old 78 RPMs, you got to make sure that you had a 78 speed, which I know even the little portable one I have will do 78 records. So now we have another greatest hits from Queen, one of the greatest voices in rock and roll.
We'll do a 2-for-1.
Yeah, we can.
Throw in.
I think we may have looked at this Queen earlier. It's got some, looks pretty good overall. And then we'll do two, since they're both greatest hits, we're doing Steve Miller Band and Queen together. I think these were both ones we ran a little bit earlier. Yeah, the Steve Miller one looks good as well. So 2-for-1 money here. Queen and Steve Miller, greatest hits. And that one is off and running. 2-for-1. Fat Bottom Girls. You know they make the rockin' world go round. Flash. Didn't get much better than Freddie Mercury's voice, I will have to say that. His Live Aid performance is still incredible. The command he had over the crowd when he was having to do the oh, 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 oh. Now we got T. Burks. And it looks like this is going to go with your 1999 album. Thanks for the bids, everyone. What do we got now? Whitney Houston. This is pre-crack Whitney Houston here. This one's got You Give Good Love, Thinking About You, Saving All My Love for You, How Will I Know, Greatest Love of All. So this one does have, you can see like some wear on the cover here, it looks like. Oh, never mind. That's like a dog. I thought that was a piece of wear, but no, that must be her. And there she is on the back. And this one's another cellophane sleeve. And the record. Yeah. Just a few little fingerprints, maybe one small surface scratch there. This side, maybe a fingerprint or two, but and then, yeah, it has a couple little surface scratches there. So, Whitney Houston, let's see if we can get it back in. Back in. All right, here we go. That is running. Hey, Ambassador 47, Doc X. Thanks for coming in. We got Steph Babin in at $10. And Steph takes that one.
While we're on Whitney,
just going to do
there's a 45.
All right, so we got 5 Whitney 45s. Let me switch over. Not that I think I have them as the same weight, so I don't know that it even matters if I switch. But all right, so we have So Emotional. I Get So Emotional, Baby. It has some kind of like scuff or something on it, but I can't. May have been a smudge. And then How Will I Know. It's amazing what crack does to a person. She looked so cute back then. That was a really sad story, though. And then here's You Give Good Love. And I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me. And then Didn't We Almost Have It All? And then on the backs, Whitney Houston and Jermaine Jackson with a duet of Shock Me. Yeah, and if I didn't say anything, I didn't see any scratches or anything. So, all right, so all 5 of the Whitney records for a $3 start, and we are off and running. See? How will I know? All right, we got Steph Babin in the lead at 13. Hayes Simpson, Whiny PR Girl, maybe that's Whiny Puerto Rico, maybe. Egg 1999, and Steph takes that.
Since we got you on to try the new edition.
Oh, which one is this?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, this is the one. Okay. Yeah. So here's new edition. I think we may have ran this one earlier, but rerunning some of the ones that we ran at the very first of the show. So you got Bobby Brown and the Bell Biv DeVoe guys, and then Ralph Tresvant, I think was the other one, if I remember correctly. Here's the sleeve. This side, a few little scratches. Yeah, this one, you might be able to actually see that. Yeah, I think you can probably see them right under my finger there. And then this side's just maybe a few fingerprints. Oh, this is the one that had that vertical line that went from here to here. It's not a scratch. It's like a discoloration. I would guess it's not going to affect playability, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's not like a scratch or anything. It's just like a wider area of the vinyl. All right, so, and this one was a cutout too, so punch out. All right, so we're going to run this one. Oh, let me switch back over to the LPs. All right, this one is running. Yes, we can run La Bamba.
La Bamba.
I'm going to go down to the lower stop. All right, here to play. And we'll keep it where we are.
Yeah.
All right, so, and congratulations, here to play. You unlock silver, so make sure you go claim your reward up there. So here we got La Bamba, performed by Los Lobos, Bo Diddley, Howard Huntersbury, Brian Setzer, and Marshall Crenshaw. Hey, I used to like the song Someday, Some Way by Marshall Crenshaw. There's the back. And it's just a plain white sleeve in there. This one's got several, like, of the dog hair or whatever the little hairs are on it, but I don't see any scratches. Let me make sure. Nope, that's a hair too. It's hard to tell on some of these. They look like a scratch, but then you touch the scratch and it moves. All right, so yeah, that one appears to be in really good shape. Just to point out, this one was one of the BMG pressings for their record club. Yeah, did anybody else in here do the like record clubs where you'd get 13 for a penny? All right, here we go. Running this. La Bamba is running. Thank you, Vinyl 507. La Bamba, come on, let's go. Ooh, my head. Donna. All right. Do we have one for Vinyl 507?
Yeah, it's right there.
Where is it?
Motley Crue.
Yeah, Motley Crue.
Here's one you don't see every day.
Here's a rock set. So this one's the look. So it has the look on there. I'll show you the track listing here in a second. So there's your track listing. And maybe a few little smudges. And yeah, and I see like maybe one or two little surface scratches there. And a few little fingerprints on that side, but no real
Overall
scratches.
good.
Yep. Roxette. And oh, the inner sleeve is just plain white sleeve on there. So one you don't see every day, Roxette. And their sides are called First Show and Second Show. Yeah, it's a really cool album cover made to look like a newspaper. A collection of 12 songs designed for the modern man with instrumental accompaniment. And they are from Sweden, Roxette was. All right, Music Gypsy. I think that's the first purchase from Music Gypsy tonight. Thank you so much. Hey, Jeff Connect 4, Maine Nicholas, anybody else that I've missed. Thanks for coming in. If you weren't in here earlier, my name is Stuart. I've got my brother David doing the show with me tonight. I'll just stick that back behind there. We'll start that stack there. All right, we have Olivia Newton-John Physical. This cover's probably got a little more wear than most of the ones we've been showing. You can see along the edge there and stuff.
Let's throw in
the Vacation
okay. Go-Go's, and both female singers from the early 80s.
And then here's the Gatefold.
Everybody had that poster, didn't
here's the track listing. Whoops. And then let's take a look at the inner sleeve. Is the original sleeve, because you've got, I'll take this one all the way out. Classic Olivia doing like aerobics there, getting physical. And then let's check out the record. Yeah, I mean, it's got a few scratches. It's got one long scratch, but it does not look deep at all. A few scuffs. This side this side has a scratch as well. So there are a few scratches on this one. We're going to run it with the Vacation one that we ran earlier. So two female groups, or one female solo artist and one group for the price of one. We already showed this one, so I'm not going to take it out again. Just a reminder, it wasn't punch out though. So 2 for $1 money, Olivia Newton-John and the Go-Go's. And we are off and running. Physical and Vacation. Steph says, I'll take them both for $6. So, all right, thank you. The Pointer Sisters. This has Jump for My Love and Automatic. I'm So Excited. Neutron Dance. That whole side one's banging. I mean,
that
was it Ruth and I don't remember all their names, but it does look like it's got the original sleeve inside. Man, this one looks perfect on this side. So side A with all the good songs is perfect, and then side B looks really good too. Yeah, this one looks really clean. Is it June and Ruth and who did you know that the Pointer Sisters originally were a country group?
Yeah,
I heard that on Casey Kasem. Like they performed at the Grammys or something one year as a country group in like '73 maybe. So I don't know, little known fact about them. All right, we're going to run next for the Pointer Sisters. Jump, Automatic, I'm So Excited, I Need You, Neutron Dance, then side 2's Dance Electric, Easy Persuasion, Baby Come and Get It, Telegraph Your Love, and Operator. All right, we got Here to Play is going to take that one. Thank you.
One of my favorite albums of all time.
Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. I like the other one better.
Oh, you're dancing.
Yeah, the one that had his first one, his debut solo album. Yeah, this one's the one that's got
Stuck on
All Night Long, Penny Lover, Stuck on You, Love Will Find a Way, Rain with the Night. So So that's in good shape. Original sleeve, it looks like. Has all the lyrics so you can sing along with Lionel. Motown label.
Yeah,
that one looks really good on that side, and really one little fingerprint on the edge there. Well, a couple of little fingerprints. Don't see any scratches on that one. So we have Lionel Richie. Could have run that Commodore's with it. Tell you what, we got a Commodore's greatest hits. We'll just go ahead and stick it with Lionel. Give us just a second to find it. Yeah. So we'll put this one with it. Commodore's all the greatest hits, or all the great hits. Somebody did have an original price tag on this one. Yeah, Painted Picture, Lady, Sail on Still, Machine Gun, Brick House, Easy, Oh No, Three Times the Lady, and Reach High. Some fingerprints on that side. And a few. This one seems to mainly have some fingerprints. That one does have a plain white sleeve. So you're going to get both the Commodore and then Lionel Richie solo album. And those are running. I heard the song Oh No just like in the car today. All right, it looks like we got Steph Babin. Takes that one.
We're trying a little 45 lot again.
Yeah,
All Jackson.
Yeah, while you put that together, I mean, somebody asked for Kenny Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I got, wasn't there another Kenny in there? I think there was. I know he'll be looking. I think we may have two Kenny Rogers. So if so, this one's the greatest hits, though.
Yeah.
I think you know them all. Gambler, Lucille.
What about me?
Lady. Of course, it's in a cellophane sleeve. Goodness, these are such a pain. All right, let's see here. I wonder who at the record company, I guess they're cheaper. Most likely would be the only reason they used them. Oh, wow. So the Kenny Rogers Greatest Hits
like
is
never
in
been out of
really good shape on both sides, it looks like. And then we've also got Kenny Rogers' What About Me? And that has What About Me with Kim Carnes and James Ingram. Oh, yeah, I heard that on Casey Kasem, and there was some fact about it. It was only the second song that was a trio of all solo artists to hit like the top 10 or something. So here's the back of that one. And you got Mr. James Ingram and Ken Carnes there as well. This one is a punch out. Yeah, this one's got some fingerprints on this side. I don't really see any scratches. And then this side, that side looks better. So yeah, the one side had some fingerprints, but oh, Cyndi Lauper. I don't think we have it. Do we have any Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah, man, I got one Cyndi Lauper.
Do you have any?
We may have.
All right, we're gonna run these two together, and they're off and running. I assume you're talking about Cyndi Lauper, so. All right, Steph takes that one.
Do a little Cyndi Lauper 45. There's Madonna, Whitney Houston.
All right, we got a Women of the 80s 45.
I'll throw more women in if we.
Yeah, we'll do like we did on the last 45.
I don't have that many, but I guess.
Well, we'll just start throwing some in, I guess. So as long as there's bidding, we'll keep throwing them in. But we'll start out with Cyndi Lauper, What's Going On? Back with One Track Mind. Most of these 45s have been in really good shape. Then we have Madonna, Causing a Commotion. And Dave's got a stack over here to hand me if we get bids.
Oh, female, I can start throwing in.
And then we have Whitney, Where Did the Broken Hearts Go? Somehow we missed that in the Whitney lot, but See a fingerprint, a couple of fingerprints on that one. All right, so we'll start it, and then
I got a nice stack.
He's got a nice stack of other ladies over here we'll add. So start auction, and it is running. All right, we got a bid.
How about Janet Jackson?
We got Janet Jackson, and I'm not going to check the condition on these.
How about Lita?
Lita Ford, Kiss Me Deadly. She's the one who did a duet with Ozzy.
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. I saw where they're re-releasing Buckingham Nicks
Little
album.
Heart.
Little Heart. That's There's That Girl, or There's the Girl.
Let's see, Janet Jackson.
We got Janet Jackson. That one's When I Think of You.
Let's just keep going. Just keep going. We'll keep throwing.
So let's wait a while.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see.
Here's another Janet Jackson, The Pleasure Principle.
Yeah, this is Michael Jackson, but Dirty Diana, who is
Yeah, so we got a Michael Jackson.
How about Joan Jett?
I Hate Myself for Loving You would be that one.
All right. How about We Are the World? There was females on that one.
Well, Cyndi Lauper was in there, so.
Yeah, we might as well throw some Jackson 5.
Yeah, we're just throwing 45s
How
now.
about Bad? Tell you what, you just keep going.
Well, it looks like that's it.
Okay.
So we'll have another one.
Yeah.
All right, Here to Play. Took that one. Hey, somebody else got 45s other than Steph. Will you write me a Here to Play so I can do a 45 stack for him, please? Hey, Max Frank. You finally did it, though, Here to Play. All right, let me find a place for these. Let's see. Well, I'll just stick them on your other stack here for now.
We'll do a Olivia Newton-John. How about?
All right, so we have John Travolta. This one's a Punch Out. And Olivia Newton-John, Two of a Kind. So that was a movie. Does anybody remember the other movie they were in besides Grease, Two of a Kind? I'm thinking I vaguely remember it.
You want to throw Grease in there too?
Yeah, we will. So there they are. And we'll do Grease with this one as well, but let's go ahead and show this one first. I do remember the song Two of a Kind, I think. This one's got fingerprints on this side. And then some scratch. So this one does have some scratches on this side and fingerprints on the other side. Yeah, Twist of Fate. That's actually the song I remember off this album. So you got one Olivia Newton-John soundtrack with John Travolta. And if that wasn't good enough, we got two Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta soundtracks. So we got Grease, a much more well-known movie. Here's the gatefold. So you love Two of a Kind? Yeah, I don't know that I ever saw it. So this one is a double album. Let's just take a quick peek at these. It's got something here. I'll show it. I mean, I think it'll probably clean off, but see that? There's something. I'm not going to try to scrape it off with my fingernail. Actually, yeah, this one, going back to the pizza theory, maybe they were eating pizza. I don't know, but it does have a couple little things.
No, that came with a authentic Grease.
Oh, yeah.
Spot.
An authentic Grease spot. All right, so that album, I mean, it was okay, but it did have like some. And then this one's got some scratches. So, yeah, I wouldn't say this one's in the best shape of anything we've looked at tonight, but it's not terrible either. I don't know that there's anything that's going to make it sound bad, but what was that other Olivia Newton-John?
Yeah,
We'll go ahead and we got one more Olivia Newton-John. We'll just go ahead and do with these.
Yeah, it looks like it's not good.
And then this is Olivia Newton-John's greatest hits. So you're going to get three. We'll still do a $6 start. Here's the gatefold on this one. Look how young she looks. And then let's look at the album. Yeah, this one's. Yeah, these all three have probably more scratches, especially the last two, than we've seen on any of the other albums. Yeah, it probably was played a lot. So anyway,
We gonna throw Urban Cowboy in there too?
since it's got John Travolta,
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, it looks. You get four
All right.
for one.
We're going to go ahead and do Urban Cowboy as well, since they all have a theme going on in here. And this one's got Jimmy Buffett, Charlie Daniels Band, Eagles, Stan Fogelberg, Mickey Gilley, Johnny Lee, Ann Murray, Bonnie Raitt, Linda Ronstadt, and J.D. Souther, Kenny Rogers, Boz Scaggs, Bob Seger, and Joe Walsh. So a lot of good music on this one. I know this one had a ton of like songs in the top 40. Another thing I learned listening to Casey Kasem, I think there were maybe like 5 or 6 songs from this album in the top 40 at the same time. Yeah, this one also, it's funny, all the Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta albums seem to have like, this one had a little like stuff on it, and like somebody said, like Steph said, maybe they just got listened to a lot. And then finally, we'll look at this one, then we'll run them. Yeah, and this, here, I'll show you, this album's got the cover's got a little wear too. Yeah, so there's some splitting along the edge right here. So this is a quantity lot. We won't say it's the best quality we've had all night. Although that side doesn't look bad. And neither does that one. So this is probably the best shape of all of the records we looked at in this lot. So, all right, you're going to get Urban Cowboy, Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits, Grease, and Two of a Kind, all for $190. And let me switch back over to albums here. And start auction, $6.15, and they are running for all 4 of the Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta albums. We still got quite a few left, don't we? Keep getting to. And y'all let us know if anybody at all is interested in looking at any of the sheet music. We got a ton of it.
Here, you can kind of flip through it.
All right, Steph Bobbin took that one. You're just handing records in order, I guess. Now. We're just going to run. We probably have about 15 or 16 records left. We'll just run through it. Some of these. No, I don't think we run this one. This is another Madonna. This one's True Blue. So it's got Papa Don't Preach, Open Your Heart, White Heat, Live to Tell, Where's the Party, True Blue, La Ala Bonita, Jimmy Jimmy, and Come. Something Makes the World Go Round. Care Make. I don't know. Anybody, I can't read what the last song is. But anyway. And then original sleeve. All right. Let's see. Good or bad? Let's see. Ooh, this one's fingerprints and a few scratches. Overall, not too bad. Let me see if I can show the one. Yeah, you see the one scratch up there? And then this side looks like just a few fingerprints. I don't really see any scratches. So you got Madonna, True Blue. 1996. So see, I didn't list, this was more, no, 1986. So this was my freshman year of college. You do have a split in the sleeve as well. All right, True Blue, Madonna, and that is running. Ooh. Yeah, I got to turn right back around and get ready for my ephemera show on Friday. So everybody make sure you go bookmark that. Give me a follow and whatnot. You can also go, let's see, who took that one? Here to Play. Here to Play got another one. Stole it from Steph. Yeah, just real quick. Sorry for that close up of my face there. Everybody go to franklinhillventures.com. That's got links to all my social media. Appreciate any follows you give me on Instagram or YouTube or any places like that. So, all All right, we got Beverly Hills Cop 2. Shakedown. That was Bob Seger's first #1 song, I think. I Want Your Sex by George Michael. Those are the main two songs.
We'll throw in sheet music here just so you see.
Okay.
But that's actually for Beverly Hills Cop 1. So.
And then plain white sleeve in this one. Album looks like it's got just a few fingerprints on that side. Oh no, it's got a. Yeah, this one's actually got. You can actually see it. It's got a couple of scratches. Yeah, they look a little more than surface, so that one's liable to maybe have a little pop there. We'll go ahead and run it anyway, and we'll go ahead and throw in the sheet music for Axel F, and then for the Heat Is On. So, ooh, we don't have any just George Michael, I don't think. Maybe in singles, but I don't know about it. I'm going to get Beverly Hills Cop 2, the album, and then two pieces of sheet music. So that is running. If anybody plays the keyboards and wants to play Axel F or the Heat Is On, which was Glenn Fry, right? The Heat Is On. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, Glenn Fry. I will just slip these down inside here. All right.
Run Wham.
That was Here to Play, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he was looking for just George Michael, but we got to run it anyway, so we're just going to run everything we got. Pull the ones out we haven't run yet, because there are some we haven't run. We're going to rerun the Wham. Look at the album again, just see if there's any interest. We have some new people in here. Some fingerprints. I don't see any real scratches or anything, but there are definitely some smudges and fingerprints. We'll go and run this, make it big. And that's running. Of course, that's got Wake Me Up Before You Go, Everything She Wants, Freedom, Careless Whisper. So Steph Babin already has this one, so she's not going to bid. All right. Tell you what, we'll start a stack down here.
All right, here. How about
Dirty Dancing? We got more Dirty Dancing. So not the original Dirty Dancing soundtrack. Here's what's on there. Have Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey on the front there. This one's got some fingerprints and smudges on that side. And some more fingerprints. Yeah, this one looks like they handled it with their pizza fingers again. It does have the original sleeve in there. Well, I'm going to pull it partially out and show it to you. There you go. Which, rerun the Wham one here to play? Is that the one you want? Okay, run Wham again. All right, we'll run this one first. And it is off and running. So more Dirty Dancing. This one has Babies Walk, Big Girls Don't Cry, Meringue, Some Kind of Wonderful, Johnny's Mambo, Do You Love Me, Love Man, Wipeout by the Safaris. Has an Otis Redding song, Thank You Here to Play.
There's a two Janet.
We want to rerun the Wham real quick. Oh, it's right here. All right, we just showed it, so we'll just run it again, and it is running. Hey, Boog. I wonder if that's our... I doubt it.
No.
Our brother's named Boog, too, so... All right, here to play. Just give me one.
That's two. It's a Janet.
Okay, we got two Janet Jackson albums. So you have Control here. I mean, this sleeve's got a little bit of wear. You can see up here at the top a little bit of wear there. Original sleeve. Yeah, this one's seems like the deeper we get, this one's got a pretty bad scratch. You can see it right there. That one's on the side. Whoa, almost dropped it. And then this side actually looks more decent. It's just got a few fingerprints. So there was a scratch on that record. And then the other Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation 1814. And let's take a look at that one. Original sleeve there. Yeah, this one also, it's, I don't know what, it's like, so both these, this one just needs to be cleaned, it looks like. The other one had the scratches, so I don't know, they were hard on their Janet Jackson albums. But anyway, we'll run both of them for one money, and it is off and running. Thank you, Taco Del Rey. Yeah, hopefully those smudges off this one will clean off. But yeah, that one scratch, that was probably the worst scratch we've seen all night. So sorry about that, but that's what gives vinyl character, right? The hisses and the pops and the. I can remember our parents had one of those. Do y'all remember the record players that like you pulled the handle and it folded out? And no, we do not. Music Gypsy. Oh yeah, we do right here.
That's right.
Yeah, Roxette. Anyway, my parents had one of those, and you could put like it had the record changer, and you could put all the records, and of course
you'll do the.
Yeah, so we got another greatest hits package here. So we haven't showed this one yet, but we have Aerosmith's greatest hits.
That's not one of the greatest hits.
This one is. Yeah, that one's the greatest hit. Here's the back. So this one has Dream On, Same Old Song and Dance, Sweet Emotion, Walk This Way, Last Child, Back in the Saddle, Draw the Line, Kings and Queens, Come Together, and Remember Walking in the Sand. Does have the original sleeve in there.
We'll throw Elton John in.
Got a greatest hits too?
Yep.
Sure. Yep. Stick it down there. Yeah, I don't know why all these in the back seem to be in worse condition. You can see this one's got some kind of, I don't know if it's a scratch or a smudge. Yeah, this side has some scratches too. So the Aerosmith one has a few scratches. Yeah, we've gone the whole show and seen like really good ones, and maybe these were in the back of the box for a reason. And then we have Elton John's greatest hits. Dave keeps throwing greatest hits in here, so you're going to get a pretty good lot. Then this one's got a few scuffs, but I don't see any scratches. This side looks good, so finally another good one for Elton John's greatest hits. There's what's on there. And then we have Rod Stewart's greatest hits. And this was an RCA manufacturer. That may bring the value of the lot down, Dave. I don't know about that one. This one looks to be in really good shape, too. So we've had two in a row that are in good shape. So Rod Stewart and Elton John were in good shape. All right, now we have Anne Murray's greatest hits. So it's a...
Or least bad hits, I guess.
Yeah, greatest hits. Does it really matter what shape it's in? It has a few smudges, some scratches.
That's good.
So, and then we have the Foreigner one we looked at last time. So it shouldn't make any difference if we throw them in. Shipping's free after you get to £1 anyway. So I think most everybody's bidding's it free. So, so then you had the records. We did look at that one earlier. And then we have an Air Supply greatest hits. So it's actually, maybe it's a guilty pleasure of mine, but I actually like Air Supply. So we'll just look real quick. Original sleeve. That one looks to be in pretty good shape, maybe because it was never played. But all right, so you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 greatest hits albums. So here we'll put somebody other than Air Supply on the front. we'll put Elton John on the front. There we go. All right, here we go. Run next, and it is off and running. You know, you can always gift the Anne Murray and Air Supply if you don't like them. So give them to somebody you don't like. Although, like I said, I like Air Supply. I cannot say I like Anne Murray that much. Although I do remember her version of Danny's song. And then, she also sung Daydream Believer, a version of that, and Snowbird. And then Could I Have This Dance for the Rest of My Life. All right, Steph Babin. What do we got left?
Let's see here.
Does anybody? Well, they're just starting out. We got to finish them, so just give them to me.
There's one there, so.
All right, we haven't run this one yet. Here's Debbie Gibson, Out of the Blue.
Tell you what, Thompson Twins were kind of.
Just looks like the original sleeve for Debbie Gibson. It's too bad we don't have a Tiffany to go with it. This one's, I think it's more fingerprints on this one. I don't really see any scratches. And then this side, just a few, well, no, that was a hair. So overall, not too bad. Some fingerprints on that one. But we'll go ahead and run Miss Gibson here. I'm just going to run next. So Debbie Gibson. And that has Out of the Blue, Only in My Dreams. I guess were the main songs on there. Here to Play. Let's see, Tiffany was the one who sang in shopping malls all the time, wasn't she? All right, Here to Play. Took that one.
We'll do that 3.
Oh, that whole heart. Oh, these are all kind of classic rock who went into the 80s. All right, so we have Heart. This was their What About Love was on this, and These Dreams, and Never. Nothing at All. So I actually have like 4 singles on this one, I believe. Looks like the original sleeve. And the record looks to be in, has a smudge on that side, but I don't really see any scratches. Same on this side. So this one looks to be in pretty good condition. And then we have Boston, and this is this one's cut out. So this was their 3rd stage, just like, you know, they had Boston self-titled, and then Don't Look Back, and then this one came out in the 80s, so another 70s group, and they're this one's a gatefold. Amanda and We're Ready would be the, I guess, the 2 big songs on here. Original sleeve. Oops. It's getting late for us. I'll start running out of energy here. This one looks really good. Yeah, I don't see, maybe a few smudges on that side. And then finally in this lot, we have Chicago, and this one definitely, like this cover, it's a punch out to begin with, but you can see it's got some wear along the edges. Here's the back. Let's see what the record looks like. Looks like the original sleeve in there. Yeah, I mean, they've a lot of fingerprints on both sides, so I don't see any real like huge scratches. There's a few surface ones, but kind of matches the cover. Just a little bit of wear on that one. So you got Chicago 16. That one's the one that had Chains, Hard to Say I'm Sorry, their big #1 song. Sunny Think Twice, Love Me Tomorrow. I think this may have been the last. Well, No, Peter Cetera may have been on one past that. So you have Chicago, Boston, and Hart. We'll call this our We Hung On a Couple of Years Too Long lot. And we'll run next. Here to play, I think, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, I think the punch outs are like when they couldn't sell them. Is that correct? And they would punch them out and then they discounted it. And it had something to do with when they discounted it, I believe. But that somebody can correct me if that's not right. So, all right, run next. You'll get all three of these. And here we go. Now, I think it was the record stores because you would see them in like the bargain bins of record. I can remember back in the day when I was buying records in the bargain bin, you would see where they would be punched out. Sometimes it would be a circle, like a hole punch. So Hard, Chicago, and Boston on this one. We got GP704. First time we've seen them in the show. Thank you so much. Can you write down GP74? Is that all the 45s we have left?
Yeah.
So we'll just run them as a lot at the end. Let's just go and get through the rest of these albums real quick, even if they. Put these up here. All right, we got Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. So lots of great songs on here. Plain white sleeve on that one, and then the vinyl. There's like a very faint surface scratch on this side, and then some smudges on this side. But I don't see any like major stuff that I think would affect playability. But all right, so Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits.
And James Taylor.
I'm going to do that one with it.
Yeah, kind of the same.
Yeah, and then we'll go in and do James Taylor's Greatest Hits as well. With it, this one does have some kind of sticker residue. The sleeves just kind of, these white sleeves like this probably are hard to hide that kind of wear on. Here's the gatefold. Oh yeah, you can see the spine's kind of discolored a little bit. Let's see what the vinyl looks like. This one does have the original sleeve in there, it looks like. Vinyl's just got maybe some faint surface scratches and some fingerprints on that side. And pretty much the same. Well, yeah, a few little surface scratches and some fingerprints on that one as well. All right, so we'll run both of these. So you got James Taylor and Simon and Garfunkel, and that is off and running. Yeah, Dave's, he don't want to take them home with him, I don't think. So I was thinking I'd have some left over to take to the booth, but it doesn't look like I will, which is fine. I have so many records at the booth. I went to an estate sale a couple weeks ago, and I got all kind of, I don't know if any of you were in my show, and I don't do vinyl very often, but I came across a lot of like 100, 150 records or so, and it had all kind of Grateful Dead and Bob Dylan and Led Zeppelin and just a lot of things like that I did really well with on Whatnot too. Then I took the ones that didn't sell out to the booth. Let's see, Here to Play.
Dirty Dancing and Footloose.
All right, so we have two soundtracks here. We have Dirty Dancing. We should have run that one with the more Dirty Dancing, but I don't know that we realized we had it. So this was the original Dirty Dancing album. And some surface scratches on this one. Definitely looks like it was, this one was probably played a lot. And then some fingerprints and smudges on the other side. It does have the original sleeve in there. It's got all the lyrics to the song so you can sing along. And then we have Footloose. And this one's in some kind of plastic. It's not like the original cellophane, but it's in there pretty tight. But I mean, it has some creases and stuff. Let's see what kind of shape Yeah, I see some fingerprints and maybe a few little surface scratches on that side. And pretty much the same on this other side. All right, so both these, and they're off and running. Dirty Dancing and Footloose. Footloose had a lot of good songs on it. Footloose, Let's Hear It for the Boy, Almost Paradise, Holding Out for a Hero, Dancing in the Sheets, I'm Free by Kenny Loggins, Somebody's Eyes, The Girl Gets Around, and Never. All right, Steph Bavin.
How about Hotel California, which is
this one's the 70s. Yeah, these are both 70s. So this Hotel California, I don't know if it was clipped because it was a bargain type album, but like it's got, you can see it's got several condition issues on the cover, but let's see what the record looks like. It does have the original sleeve. And then here's the gatefold. Yeah, it's like they V'd it at the top there. And you can see it's split at the bottom there. So definitely this one's being sold as is. Yeah, and the record, it does have like a scuff or a scratch. You can see it right there. Although this side, side one with Hotel California looks really good. So there's that one. And then we have ZZ Top Fandango on the London label. The outer cover does have some cosmetic wear. You can see along the edges and stuff here. Oh man, this is cool. It's got a cool sleeve.
I didn't see that.
So look at, it's got a picture of Texas Stadium. It says Austin Summer 74 with 80,000 fans. ZZ Top's first annual Texas-sized rompin', stompin', barn dance, and barbecue. And then it's got them with short beards.
Yeah, who are those guys?
Man, that is really cool. That's a cool inner sleeve there. And record, maybe a few little surface scratches on this side. Probably about the same on this side. Nothing. Is that a hair? What do you think? There's like a. What do you think? I feel that. It's like a raised. I can't tell if it's just a hair that's like gotten stuck. Okay, I'll try to describe this. There's like if I run my finger across right here, it's like a little raised area. I think it's just a hair that's like kind of gotten, gooey or something, like stuck to it a little bit. So it could probably be cleaned off, but I'm not going to try to scrape it off with my nail or anything. But I don't think it's a scratch because it's raised. So anyway, just knowing that, but you got the cool sleeve. And so anyway, you're going to get this one and then the poor condition Hotel California. And we're going to run next. And here we go. The ZZ Top one's almost worth it for that inner sleeve alone, but it appears we may not have any ZZ Top. Oh, Steph Bavin says, I'll take it if I have to. All right, awesome.
Okay, one little.
I'm going to have a fun time packaging your stuff up, Steph. I'm not sure how Whatnot's going to bust the boxes. I'll probably just end up putting multiple boxes and just do my shipping cost through Pirate Ship or something, because I am not going to try to put all those in one box. So, and so this is our last orange, right?
Yep, the last two.
Okay, so these are the last two records. Then we have a few 45s. We'll run all those. It's a lot. So we're going to do the Midnight Star. We showed this one earlier. It's got Freakazoid and No Parking on the Dance Floor. Two of my favorite songs from the 80s. Yeah, this one was in decent enough condition. Definitely had a few like scuffs and like surface scratches and fingerprints, but I didn't see anything major. It's on the Solar label. And then we have a Thompson Twins, Here's to Future Days. So this one had Lay Your Hands on Me and King for a Day, I guess, were the main ones. It does have like a crease down here. Yeah, and this is one that's kind of hard to get out. I think I remember this last time I had to spin it around. I think this one, I think it had a few like scuffs, but nothing major. So we'll run both these for one money. These are the last LPs of the night. So really, really appreciate everybody coming in. And here we go. Thank you, LPIX, here to play. I'm glad we didn't end up with just like 2 records we couldn't sell. So. And then we'll run these last. We got about 5 or 6 45. We'll just run them all as one lot. Let's see, LPIX. I know you're over here somewhere.
It's actually a really cool.
All right, so
lot. It starts with Beastie Boys on the.
All right, so unless anybody's interested in the sheet music, which I don't think anybody was, this will be the last lot of the night. Man, we've been going 2 hours and 20 minutes. I really appreciate it. And as I said, make sure you follow me on Whatnot and bookmark my other shows. Even if you don't think you like paper, come watch the show and you'll learn to like paper. I mean, old photo albums, old letters. There's tons of stories to be told in that stuff, and it's a lot of fun. So Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. All right, we have Def Jam. We have the Beastie Boys. You got to fight for your right to party. This one is not a picture sleeve. A few little fingerprints. The back's Paul Revere. That was another awesome good song too, Paul Revere.
Yeah.
And then we have Hard Habit to Break, Chicago. Back with Remember the Feeling.
It's not every day you can get Chicago and Beastie Boys in the same lot.
And then we have Against All Odds, Phil Collins, Take a Look at Me Now, and then The Search is the other side of this. Then we have Invincible, theme from The Legend of Billie Jean by Pat Benatar.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a cool sleeve and a cool song too. I'm having like high school flashbacks as we've gone through all this stuff because this is definitely from my heyday. I'm 58, so I mean, I know I don't look it, but
that's a good song too.
Yeah, Things Can Only Get Better by Howard Jones, and it's got the address if you'd like to join the Howard Jones fan club.
Last I checked, he had 7.
And then you got Robert Tepper, No Easy Way Out from the Rocky IV soundtrack. Oh, I remember that song. Yeah. There's no way. Yeah. I thought that. No, Frank Stallone sang another song on the soundtrack, I guess. Yeah, so I don't know why these. I don't know if they originally had barcodes or if these were like a DJ's and they barcoded them for some reason. And then finally we have Rick Springfield, Love Somebody. I think that was from his one movie, Hard to Hold. I remember going to see that at the theater when it was out. And then on the back, it's The Great Lost Art of Conversation. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that last but not least, the Beastie Boys. That one has a barcode sticker on it too. All right, so all these. Which one was your? Oh, Rick Springfield was your first concert. Did you see the movie Hard to Hold? It was actually not bad for what it was, I guess. So, all right, here we go. Start auction. I'm on 45.
Hit it with a bang.
And here we go. You gotta fight. Chicago, Phil Collins, Pat Benatar. This is kind of like just what you would hear on the radio in like 1984 or something, probably. All right, 5 seconds left to the end, and fittingly enough, Steph took it. We appreciate everybody who's bid tonight, everybody who came to the show. I mean, that was fun. I'd never done records till the week before last, and so this is like the second record show I've done, and the others I did more as part of ephemera shows. Definitely going to keep my eyes out for more records because this was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll be back with another one sometime. But anyway, everybody have a good night. Stick with me long enough. Let's go raid somebody. I always try to end with a raid. We still have 9 people over here. Let's see, raid. And I was looking to see if there was anybody. I'll tell you what. So y'all can get a taste of ephemera if you've never seen it. We'll go over to Jackie Jack's. He's an ephemera seller. He's on there a lot. So go over, tell him hi, and tell him Stuart sent you. We'll talk to you later.